Hey guys, this is Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, and today we're going to be talking about how LeafyIsHere is a genius. Now, everybody's been calling out or roasting Leafy over these past couple of months, but in my mind, Leafy has absolutely played YouTube, the YouTube community. Unknown to most, YouTube is a game, and Leafy is definitely winning at it. Today's video shows why. At the core of it, Leafy's content is shit. It is low quality, mass-produced rubbish, and the basis of his videos is calling people out for cringy videos and roasting them. And overall, I particularly do not like his videos, and a lot of people don't like his videos as well. Now, a lot of people have gone and broken down and said what is particularly shit about his videos. That is not the point of this video. The point of this video is to go and explain how he's influenced such a large amount of people to go and regularly watch his low quality content. So let's go and bring it back to when he didn't go and make these type of videos. Before, he used to go and tell stories, and naturally these stories were very fake, but at least they were interesting. Once a core viewer base had been founded, he could move onto these roasting type videos. And why could he go and do that? It was simply he had a shield, and that shield was his viewers, his basis of 12-year-old viewers. And through this, Leafy had gone and cracked the perfect video format for the lowest common denominator. On YouTube, the most easily influenced demographic is young teenagers. They also make up the large portion of unintelligent users on the site, where they go and type in broken English and put out very idiotical things in the comments section. Harnessing this demographic is key, however, but no one had a solid hold. PewDiePie had a decent hold, but no one had a solid hold where these very young teenagers would go and check out your videos every single day. No one knew what exactly catered to this lowest common denominator and what catered to the widest group possible. Turns out roasting videos did exactly that, and Leafy was the first person in the game to go and do these type of videos and make them very popular. Young teenagers believe they are better than everybody else. Far out, like everybody. Like, I'm 19 right now. When I was 13, I thought I was hot shit, but I wasn't. I was a kid and I knew basically nothing in life. So when you believe you're better than somebody, you thrive off these roasting videos. With an unlimited amount of cringy videos online, Leafy started small, picking on the small fry. But the bigger he got, the more his fans treated him like God. Hence, it made it easier for him to go and produce worse videos. He didn't have to put time into making solid arguments. He could just go and make jokes about their physical appearance, and in the end, his fans would go and lap it up. The second point is that he could go and take on the big fry, the big YouTubers, the YouTubers that were more popular than him. He could go and start to take them on, in particular, Keemstar. But we'll talk about that later on, because along the line of making these cringy roast videos and whatnot, Leafy made a mistake, and that turned out to be one of the best mistakes of his life. What people don't realize is that Leafy wants people to go and call him out. Any attention is good attention on YouTube, and overall it just goes and widens his reach. For every exposed video people may make on him, he may take a little bit of initial hit in subs, but it always goes and rebounds with more strengths, simply because more people go and talk about him. I might make a video on Keemstar because he did this tactic insanely well. Took a massive hit, and now he is growing stronger than ever. Deliberately making fun of a disabled kid was, in my mind, a ploy. And when big channels like Drama Alert feature Leafy, people may initially dislike him, but at least Leafy is on their radar. Now, this leads in perfectly to what Leafy is best at, playing the victim. Basically, if Leafy, for example, goes and calls out Keemstar, a person with a very inflated ego, Leafy knows 100% he's going to go and get a response. But with that, he can now go and turn that response, counter roast him. It sounds so cringy, but counter roast him. Then, in that video, play the victim. And now Keemstar's fans for Drama Alert are going to say, wow, Keemstar, you're such a dick. I'm going to go over to LeafyIsHere channel. And this is something he is very good at. Converting subs is a really difficult skill, and it's a very morally grey skill, but he's a master at it. Provoke the person for the singular purpose of attention, and then play the victim on the back card. This worked even better in the Keemstar case because Keemstar had a little bit of dirt on him already, especially with the Alex is a clip. Now with that, with Leafy's counter response, that video focused on a very few select points, and overall his argument was quite weak. And exactly the same could be going said for his iDubbbz video, a very weak argument going to focusing on very few points, but ignoring the majority of the points that actually made a lot of sense. Now, with all of that said, he is very good. Leafy is very good at diverting attention away from him when he doesn't want it, diverting the negative attention away to somebody else. But when the attention he wants it, he will go and lap it up and take it all in. And then when he does go and do something morally wrong, somebody will go and make a video. Then he can go and roast them. Then he can go and put the blame on them. Then he can go and take their subscribers. This ploy that he goes and does, the bait and switch, the playing the victim, is something that he's a master at, and I'm surprised that a lot of people don't go and realize that this is actually happening. On YouTube, watch time is king. The longer people watch your videos, the more money you make, and it's more likely that people will go and see your videos in the suggestions bar or on the home page. Leafy makes incredibly long videos, 20 minutes plus for most. This brings in an incredibly high watch time. This is why you see him on the main page frequently. YouTube's algorithm sees Leafy's videos as a higher retention rate video and thus promotes them. How does he make such long videos? Well, he repeats his points a lot. Something that can be said in 10 seconds is drawn out to a minute, as a quote is said in a variety of ways and voices. It works because his fans go and love it. Their humor is very one-dimensional. You can go and put the same ploy many times. For example, in the case of PewDiePie, when he started getting popular, screaming at a microphone, you can go and use that one-dimensional type humor in many different ways. And the way Leafy does it is going putting on voices and going mocking people, and that gets old very fast. However, his fan base goes and absolutely loves it. The same could be said for his 8-second title cards. He can stack up around 8 of these a video, and there you go. That's an extra minute of watch time. In saying that, I personally like watch cards, right? When they're 2 to 3 seconds long. But when they're 8 seconds, it's really draining on my nerves. But again, he could push out the 15 seconds, and I don't think his fan base would really care. Now, watch time is one thing. Watch time goes and influences how much exposure you get on YouTube. But it also goes and influences how much money you go and get from videos. YouTube has mid-roll ads. Simply, you can go and make a fuck ton more money by putting extra ads in your videos. Leafy uses this extensively. He'll put an ad at about 7 minutes in, which is actually quite good. Most people go and put it a lot early, and I'm not saying anything against it. I personally do it because it really does go and buff up your ad revenue. But he will go and use it extensively in his videos that go and drive up his revenue. If you go and have a ton of people go and watch in a mid-roll ad, the amount of money he goes and makes is ridiculous. People don't realize he makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for producing really shit content. And that's the hook, line, and sinker. The fact he makes shit content, that his channel is basically a meme. At this point, Leafy's channel is a meme to anybody that really doesn't like his videos. I quote the 35-year-old man in the literally memes because it's taking a shit and it's funny, and I say it with my friends, occasionally. But again, I'm getting a little bit dragged into it. I don't watch his videos. I have no interest in watching his videos. But again, I'm just bringing that much more attention to his channel. The iDubbbz chin meme in particular, even though iDubbbz basically destroyed Leafy in that video, it brought a ton more viewership. Even though a ton of people will go and continually dislike his videos, the fact that there is more people knowing about him, the viewership he got after iDubbbz video would have definitely been an increase. A lot of people are just watching for a joke, but again, it is still views, it is still watch time, and it is still ad revenue. Even if you're regarded as a joke and a failure of a channel in terms of video quality, he is very much winning the YouTube game. It's genius. He is getting a fuck ton of subs, getting rich off low quality videos where it will barely go and take him any time. He just sits down, he talks about someone's physical appearance for 15 minutes, and then records some shitty gameplay to go and put in front of it. It's living the dream, basically. Now, do I like his videos? Of course not. I've said that many times. But do I respect him for fooling so many people into watching his low quality videos? Of course. I respect a person that can go and really turn something into a profit, can really go and turn something into a business. And the fact he's done it with such really bad base material is even more, it's even more amazing that the fact he can go and get away with this, and the fact that people go and continually go and watch him. Now, all of this is under the assumption that he did it deliberately. It could possibly be a sequence of events where not even he could have gone and predicted, but I believe that to be the case for some of these steps. But the fact that he got hold of the ball really early, especially with the Keemstar thing, and kept running to make the goal was remarkable. Overall, I think that he has definitely fooled a lot of people, and hopefully you guys go and realize that he is more than likely just putting on an act, and put in on a very good act, and the best YouTube channels will go and put on a very believable act. They go and think that it's that person in real life. For example, Filthy Frank, he puts on an act. A lot of people believe that's how, you know, that's how he is in real life, but of course it's not, as a lot of the more hardcore fans would go and know. But saying that in the case of Leafy, more than likely this is an act, but who knows, he could be like this in real life, and it could all just be a terrible coincidence, and everything just goes and plays out perfectly. But personally, I think it is very much an orchestrated act, an orchestrated plan that he has gone and pulled off. Do you guys want me to go and do videos on other YouTubers and break down how they got successful? If you do, go and post in the comment section below, and go and post who you want me to go and break down next. People like Keemstar is definitely someone that I would go and do. And if you don't like these videos, go and post them as well. Go and tell me to go and kill myself, and I would definitely go and take that into consideration. But other than that, Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, out.